Welcome back to Write, Writer, Write, the podcast where the heart of writing meets the soul of living. I'm your host, Deborah Froese, and today's episode is part gentle reminder, part personal invitation. Because writing well isn't just about technique or output, it's about how you live. We touched on that a little in episode 13, but today we're going to explore 6 concepts that help you embrace life to its fullest so you can breathe life into your pages. We live in a world obsessed with output, word counts, publishing schedules, productivity hacks, and as writers we often internalize the pressure and feel guilty if we aren't writing more. But here's the truth. Good writing may need dedication, but it doesn't emerge from constant grind. It blooms from a well-tended life. Think of it this way. Writing is output, living is input. You can't pour out if you don't fill yourself up. Your ability to write with depth, clarity, and resonance depends on how deeply and authentically you experience life. So let's explore 6 concepts that can help you make that happen. Number 1, live with awareness. To write well, you have to be present. You have to be aware of who you are and how you're feeling. Living with awareness means being engaged with your internal life, not just your external life. It means slowing down enough to notice what stirs you, challenges you, and cracks your heart open. You don't have to chase extreme experiences. You don't have to travel the world. But you do have to let the world move you, whether it's through awe, pain, wonder, confusion, or joy. When you're in tune with your inner and outer worlds, your writing gains more nuance. It's no longer just a collection of words on the page. It starts sounding like truth. So shout for joy. Savor the meal. Let yourself cry during the movie. Admit when you've been horribly wrong or terribly hurt, and let yourself laugh. Listen, really listen, when someone tells you their story. Be in your life, not just observing it from the sidelines like you're watching a streaming series. In her book, The Artist's Way, A Spiritual Path to Higher Creativity, Julia Cameron writes, "We've all heard the unexamined life is not worth living, but consider too that the unlived life is not worth examining." Number 2, feel what you feel. We live in a culture that tends to ignore emotion, but we can't afford to do that. Emotions are like a barometer for life. They tell us something's going on the inside, and they invite us to explore what it is so we can figure out how to deal with it. Understanding how various emotions impact us is crucial for painting emotion on the page. And that, my friends, is what holds a reader's attention. You'll never draw readers through a novel without making them care about your characters and feel what your characters feel. You'll never engage them with your how-to book if you can't make them feel why it matters to them. That doesn't mean being emotionally raw all the time, but it does mean exploring your feelings and learning from them. So the next time you feel regret or jealousy, awe or tenderness or even pain, don't shove it away or wait for it to pass. Instead, ask, what does this feel like in my body? What story is it telling me? What does this reveal about who I am or who I want to be? Questions like these develop emotional fluency. They help you understand yourself better, but as a writer, they also help you mine your subject matter and portray characters, real or imagined, at a visceral level where it really matters most to readers. Number 3, build meaningful connections. Writing may be solitary, but living is not. Relationships, messy, beautiful, complicated, they're your greatest resource. They sharpen your emotional insight, expand your empathy, and keep you rooted in the shared human experience that makes writing and life matter in the first place. If you want to write characters who breathe, essays that stir, or memoirs that linger long after the covers close, you need to know what it feels like to love deeply, grieve openly, laugh uncontrollably, and sit with discomfort. Don't just study people, engage with them, ask hard questions. Have vulnerable conversations. Let people change your mind. Let them break your heart. That's where the emotional texture of your stories will come from. Number 4, seek wonder, not just knowledge. Writers are researchers by nature. We love to learn, and research takes us down many rabbit holes. But let's go beyond information and seek wonder, amazement, awe. Whether you're painting, planting a garden, learning a dance, or stargazing, seeing with wonder expands your creative capacity. It brings playfulness back to the process. Think like a child, and everything seems new. Everything invites curiosity, and everything stirs wonder. Leaning toward delight or discovery unlocks the insight your writing needs, and it makes life so much richer. Number 5, make time for stillness. Living more doesn't always mean doing more. Some of the richest moments happen in the quiet we rarely allow ourselves. Remember this: stillness allows you to understand your life and connect the dots between experiences. Reflection brings life to your story, the one you're living. Journaling, meditative walking, prayer, therapy, or just staring at the sky. All these practices draw meaning from your days. They give your subconscious mind room to breathe and turn the noise into clarity. Number 6, trust the timing. You've probably noticed by now that not everything in life or writing unfolds according to your carefully laid plans. Relationships fail. Projects stall. Inspiration fades. Life interrupts. But what if you could look at these delays as invitations rather than obstacles? Sometimes what feels like a detour is actually divine timing at work. I've worked with plenty of writers whose projects took longer than expected, and invariably, they'll acknowledge in the end that something important would have been missed had they finished sooner. So rather than lamenting a missed deadline, ask yourself, what new experiences have emerged in the interim? What have I learned or seen or felt that I wouldn't have known without this delay? Writing and life are not linear. They're cyclical, organic, spiritual. Trust that there's a rhythm beyond your own understanding. Trust in a force greater than you. Call it intuition, the universe, spirit, God, whatever feels comfortable to you. And trust that it's guiding you toward the life you're meant to live, the story you're meant to tell, in the time you're meant to tell it. You may not always understand the timing, but trust it. And trust yourself, too. Trust that you are capable of drawing meaning from every moment, even the ones that feel empty or off track. Trust that every part of your journey has something to offer your life, your growth, and your art. This attitude removes the unnecessary pressure that can actually block your creativity and niggle at your self-worth. You can't change the past, but you can draw from it to shape the future. Believe that what's meant for you will arrive at the right time, and it will meet you with more richness than you could possibly gain by force. So to recap, live with awareness, feel what you feel, build meaningful connections, seek wonder, not just knowledge, make time for stillness, and trust the timing. Speaking of time, thank you for spending some of yours with me today on Write, Writer, Write. I hope this episode gave you permission to live deeply for the sake of your soul and your stories. If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear how you live your writing life. Share your thoughts or tag me on social at Deborah Froese. Until next time, write bravely, live fully, and trust the quiet growth that happens between the lines.